Welcome to Model Horse Tack School. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to do cowrie beads for Arabian horse costumes. We're going to need a work surface. So what I have here is just a piece of metal that I can put in an oven or a toaster oven, and then just to make it easier to get the beads off after they've cooked, I've put some aluminum foil on it. This is also your work surface. All right, so I will work it all on here, and that way I don't have to move it from one surface to another. It might be helpful to have something to put your colors on, so I got my trivet out. I'm going to do these. I usually do rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and we'll call that violet. And then we need some white for the cowrie, actual cowrie shells. It's better to not have the glitter in it. I'm using this white stuff. Sorry, it has glitter in it, but I want to use this up before I open up the non-glitter pack. Okay. You're gonna need some way to roll out your clay. This is actually an acrylic roller that you can get where the polymer clay is. I like this very much. I also use it to roll out metals flat. And then for a coverage or a sealer, because this is water-based, you need something that is not water-based for a sealer. And so I just use invisible nail polish or clear nail polish. I also find having some type of stylus. In this case, I have this dental tool. Need that for making the holes in or the cracks in the shells. And also something, it's like the tip. You can work the tip. Let's see. Now, pull these aside. I make my own cookie cutters, and that's what these are. So basically what I have is just strips of aluminum, and it's wrapped around something. So whether it's wrapped around a pencil or a stylus or whatever it is, to get yourself, I would consider 3 different sizes, okay? So small, medium, and large. So those are the 3 that I would use. And however you do it, I have used some super glue to close it up. Otherwise, it'll be open like this. You can still use it open like that. It's just a little bit harder. And then one bottom area, I will remove some extra on the tail. And then that way, when I go to press down, I'm not leaving this in the clay, all right? This is for your center. So you need one large center for each group. Then your mediums, these both go on the bridle. They can go on the bridle or the halter, and they also go on the breast collar. And then these tiny ones obviously will go only on the bridle. You could put some on the breast collar, but usually you need the bigger ones. And so whatever size you want to make them, obviously, is up to you. This one here I made square just to prove I can make square, but I've never made square or diamond cowries. They can be diamond shaped, by the way. That's a little small. I don't even know if I can video that, but that's how you would figure out what it is, whatever size you have. And this is just my file. And I think this was a pencil, and this would have been something like maybe one of these, which not this one, but would have been something right around that. So we basically wrap it around, glue it, and then just cut a little off the bottom. That's how I make my cookie cutters. I hope that's enough instruction. So I also need a pair of pliers, because when I do my cookie cutters, I do it this way. So I'll show you how that works. A lot of this is just tedious focus work. So I usually have something going on in the background just to keep me going, music or movie or something. So first of all, we'll start with picking a color that we're going to do for the background. So let's say, let's do orange. I don't really need this purple. Let's use purple as the background. And I just bought this at Walmart. It's not amazing clay. It's just a Sculpey, I think. I just bought this Sculpey kit. It's got almost everything black, white, and then other colors I can use for other things. So let's just take a small piece. That's probably more. What's more than I need? Maybe half that. And the trick here is to get it small. You want, everything is tiny, tiny. So we're going to start by just working the clay. This stuff works, the Sculpey's better when it's fresh. The old stuff is not that much fun. And we need to get it, I would say, really thin. And the thinner the better, which is why you don't want to have to move it. So, let's see, I'll just work it. I think I was doing 21 of the beads per Arabian costume. And then, so I would do one center, like that. And we'll do, don't put them close together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then, let's see, that should be about right. And then we'll do 19, 20, 21, 22, I need 4, I need 7, 23, 4, 25, 26. Okay, so that's probably more than enough. In fact, I might even do a few more of these. I like to do extra because, that's too big. Sometimes they don't come out, and it's better to have extra. That was way too close together. Okay. And then once I have that, I'll use this right where that little thing is and make sure that it's not going to keep me from getting this off, because I now need to take off the extra here. So let's see if I can very carefully pull this up. Might have lost one in there. Okay, so we won't use this anymore. And now I'm just gonna make sure that they're round. so next thing we're going to do, and you could do it on here, or you can do it wherever. We're going to work our white a very little bit. And we're going to roll it into a little log. Just like that. See how tiny that is? It's really tiny. And I'm going to put that like that. Where is it? Right there. And then I'm going to take and use this to make it into a cowrie. Now, it's being a pain. That's my cowrie. So I want it like a little log. There's my little log. There we go. Okay, so you see that? So that is mostly what you're going to do. And you'll want to do these in pairs. At least I do. You don't have to. And then we take a color. In this case, yellow, and we're going to put that in between each one of those cowries all the way around. So these are going to be round beads. They're not going to be logs. And small is a good idea. That's about right. It could actually be smaller. And we're going to go ahead and put that in between. You know, this is such tedious work. Have a good audio book going, or a TV show where you don't have to look up and watch, or maybe a movie you've seen 100 times so that you can just play it in your head while you're doing this. Music works too, but I'm more of a people talking. It's a little big. So yeah, cut that in half, about in half, make it smaller. Now the beads don't have to be exactly the same size, neither do the cowries, because the cowries are a product of nature, they're shells. And really they should have a little brown line going through the middle of them. I don't paint them like that. I've seen people do some amazing replicas of tiny shells. It's hard to do. And you need like a microscope to get down that small. But these suffice really well on Arab costumes. So however you want to do it. So that's going to be 4 each. And I'm working everything for this set right here on the aluminum, or on my work surface, so that you can see it, rather than doing it on my green trivet. Sometimes I'll put the clay there. But I'm liking this because it's a lot closer, less movement. All right, so once we get these 4 in place, then we're going to pick another color to finish off this set. Like I said, I like to do these in pairs just to make sure I don't end up repeating too much. Not that it really matters. We're going to take some red now. And here I'm just working that red. Look how it came off on my hand. And once it's gushy enough, looking for a place to put it, we're going to do 2 beads. And this will be in the center. And it really should be a different color. The first ones, the beads and cowries that I do, are usually really big. And so I work my way down as I'm making them. But now we have the one right in the middle. Yeah, I made it a little bit smaller. I knew that was a little big. And we just gush that down right in the middle. And now we we don't want to put the line in it, right? We just want it to be round. And there you go. Next is to do these little ones. And these little ones we're just going to do in beads. It'll be 4 beads. Sometimes I'll do like five tiny, teeny tiny ones. They're really hard to do because they like get into the fingerprints. The clay gets into the fingerprints and won't. There's a certain point where it's so small it won't roll. So as small as you can make it, where you can still roll it in a ball. So I'm just going to do 4. I'll do 2 of each color, and again I'm going to do this as a pair. And as I went along, I actually I had some of these. They didn't make it. They didn't make it. So some of the small ones, I think I ended up with 4. So I'm doing 4 of each. So I've got 2 of each color. Trying to get small. These are really tiny. I didn't want to get too close because then you actually can't see me doing. I mean, I could just place them directly onto the beads instead of on the foil. Hey, I like to mix it up a little bit, you know. What you can do to try and get smaller and smaller is take however much you think you can work, cut that in half, roll that into a ball. If you can roll it into a ball, put it down, cut it in half. See how small, then roll that half into a ball. If it rolls into a ball, put it down, cut it in half, and see how small you can get, because that's what you really need, is as small as you can get. Yeah, these are a little big. I think I fixed them later because I thought they were a bit big, but at least you can see it. Just trying to really color. Now, the natives, when they make these are actually, the back piece is a piece of felt or fabric. It's something made out of wool that they've cut into circles, and then they sew the shells and the beads onto that felt. So that's what these are supposed to look like. It's imitating that, the felt, and then the sewing of the beads and the cowries on. Yeah, a little mushed them a little because too big. That's your centerpiece, and now the centerpiece is going to be rose. And you could play around with how you do it. When I was doing this, I think I redid it twice. But what I'm going to do is around the edge, I'll put cowries. So all the way around. And when it's this much bigger, you want to make sure that they kind of, they do go around. They're not straight. So they're more towards the center. A little bit more challenging than the other ones because it's a pretty good, size. So I pre-made some of the cowries. And here I'm trying to place them. I want there to be an opening at the very edge between the cowries because I'm going to put beads there too. So trick with that is you may have to redo it a couple times. Even this, because I hadn't done them in a while. I had to get it right. But there we go. That's my outer ring of cowries. They were misbehaving, and I still haven't done the slit in the middle to make them cowries. When you do that slit in the middle, you don't go all the way through. It's just enough to open up the center. And I would look up what a cowrie is on the internet. It's just a shell. And they use this a lot for decorations. The desert people, so they would trade for these. They were precious. There we go. So roll it in a ball and then finish off by making it elongated into like a little log. So that's a lot. I'm going to go all the way around. Okay. There you go. You can see I did that all the way around, and there's a little bit open on the edge in between. And now I'm going to do a row alternating colors in the center of beads. So it'd actually be one in the center and then beads all the way around. And then on the very edge, I'm going to do a bead. So this is trying to do, like I'll do a yellow there and then a yellow on the other side. And then I'll do an orange on one side, orange on the other. And I will just do that until I fill in that row. This is so boring. I'm sorry I have to bore you this way. But that is the plan here. So started with yellow, and then I'll do beads all the way on the outside, again alternating. And I don't remember what color I did for the center bead, but then I put in a center bead, and you can see how tedious this is. There you go. That's the finished center. We got the row of beads and then a center bead and then alternating colors on the outside. Obviously, you could do a 2-color, 3-color. I think 4-color is best. I did a 5-color with one of the, or did I do 6? One of them being the backing color. Then I'm going to do all the rest of the beads. There you go. The beads. Okay, once we have these done, you bake them. I used a toaster oven, and I did it for 5 minutes at 170 degrees. That is what has worked here. And you can take and make sure that they're done. See, they're kind of hard. That's what we want. They don't need to be overcooked. Please don't overcook them. Last thing we need to do is we're going to seal them. So I'm going to very lightly just kind of work that into the crevices. And this is 2 purposes. 1, it kind of waterproofs them. 2, it helps keep these, if any of these beads are a little loose, or your colors are a little loose, sealing it will keep them in there. So that's the last step. And then you're ready to put them on your Arabian horse costumes. Okay, so when it comes to size, this large one here is 9 millimeters. You can make it a little bigger. The medium-sized ones, those are 5 millimeters, and then the small ones are 3 millimeters. So 3, 5, and 9. There we go. There's one set, all polished up and ready to go. So thank you for spending time with me today. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, and have yourself a really good day.